ìpínlẹ̀ Èkìtì wojire ilẹ̀ yìí ilẹ̀ ẹ̀yà lèkìtì ṣe Oyèbánjí mọ̀ túbọ̀ yìnbíyàn sílẹ̀ kámúbàrún olèkìtì ayé mi ń jẹ́ jùyà. Èkìtì lọ́mọ olúṣù àrògùrò bẹ̀wọ̀ ọmọ olóṣè méjì takọtabo. Ìgbélárugẹ ó jẹ́ àgbẹ̀dàgbàsókè lóríko. Èkìtì ní alára ọgbà ẹ̀dá òye. Ìṣèjọba kan dára ògbáyé gbádùn ara wò. Èkìtì ní alára ọgbà ẹ̀dá òye. Ìgbélárugẹ àṣà àti ìṣe àtúnṣe bí ìgbafẹ́. Èkìtì ní alára ọgbà ẹ̀dá òye.
It was Sir Winston Churchill, former British Prime Minister and wartime general, who said, and I quote in part, "To every man, there comes in his lifetime that special moment when he is figuratively tapped on the shoulder and offered a chance to do a very special thing, unique to him and fitted to his talents." That was the Lord of His Excellency, Governor Biodun Abayomi, when he got on the podium of Afe Babalola University at Ekiti to give the 2026 Distinguished Personality Lecture. He spoke on building legacies, governance, successor generation, and continuity, and it was his finest hour. That's our focus on Ekiti on the Move this week, as we bring you excerpts from that cerebral presentation. This is Ekiti on the Move. I am Tunji Saliu. Let's quickly have our news highlight segment, Quick Takes, before we proceed. In focus this week, Governor Biodun Oyebanji gives 2026 Afe Babalola University Distinguished Personality Lecture.
From the military administrators of 1996 to the democratic leaders of the modern era, Ekiti State has seen many captains steer its ship. But for 2 decades, one problem persisted: the start, stop, and start again syndrome. Projects were abandoned. Funds were wasted. But since October 16, 2022, a new chapter has been written. A chapter not of starting over, but of continuing. Governor Biodun Oyebanji has turned the fortune of the land of honor around by doing what seemed radical in Nigerian politics. He simply refused to stop what was working. For years, the circle was vicious. A new governor would walk into the office, scrap the previous administration's contracts, abandon what was ongoing, and start afresh another round of projects. His projects. This was the abandonment curse. That was until the law changed. In 2019, Dr. Kayode Fayemi did something unprecedented. He signed the Ekiti State Transition Law. For the first time, it became binding on his successor to continue with projects inherited from his predecessor. It institutionalized continuity. Similarly, the Ekiti State Development Plan 2020 to 2050. This document aligns the development priority of Ekiti State in the next 30 years, drawing copiously from the Sustainable Development Goals (MDGs) and other national development suggestions. When Governor Biodun Abayomi took over, he didn't need a learning curve. He has served as the Chief of Staff and Secretary to the state government. He was ready, but more than readiness. He followed the law. He looked at the uncompleted work of his predecessors, including political opponents, and saw taxpayers' money, not political trophies. Under the Bao administration, continuity became a doctrine. And the outcomes? He took up the pen where Dr. Fayemi left off and delivered the unthinkable. Behold the Ekiti Agro-Allied International Cargo Airport. A dream many thought was impossible is now a reality. Check out the magnificent ring road. Phase 1 completed, decongesting the capital. And of course, the fascinating Ifaki-Uburuko-Ado-Ekiti road, fully rehabilitated, though a federal road. The scintillating, ongoing Okeyimi flyover bridge, a legacy project creatively carved to serve the people. And of course, the Secretariat, which he has turned into a construction site with buildings springing up, to mention a few. Governor Oyebanji has proven that good governance is not about claiming credit. It is about delivering value. So, when Governor Oyebanji stood at the podium at Afe Babalola University, ABUAD, at Ekiti, to deliver the 2026 Distinguished Personality Lecture on Tuesday, April 14, 2026, he stood as an exemplar of his lecture titled Building Legacies, Governance, Successor Generation and Continuity. This philosophy was not just a political accident. It was a strategic doctrine and a worthwhile study to take to the ivory tower in a lofty instance where the town meets the gown. Governor Oyebanji told the audience at ABUAD that he had been prepared for this role since the administration of Otumba Ni Adebayo.
The key thing to note is that succession plan must be deliberate, even though it could be kept secret to avoid undue rivalry and conflict. The successor generation must understand the vision, be part of the challenges and successes, and be a strategic participant. Above all, the successor must have been tested and hand the trust to take the banner forward. Let's quickly check once again my own example. Ladies and gentlemen, Let's backtrack to Otunbani Adebayo's administration between 1999 and 2003. My first appointment was as special assistant to Otunbani Adebayo. Later, I was elevated to special advisor of cabinet rank, the youngest in the cabinet then, and I also ended as chief of staff to Otunbani Adebayo. So in 3 years, I had 3 different political appointments. I'm going somewhere. In 4 years of Governor Fayemi first tenure, between 2010 and 2014, I also had 3 different political appointments under Governor Fayemi. First, as Commissioner for Integration. 2, Head Office of Transformation Strategy and Delivery. The third one, Commissioner for Budget, Economic Planning, and Service Delivery. In Fayemi's first time in office, I also had 3 different political appointments. Remember, under Adebayo, I had 3 different political appointments in 4 years. Therefore, having 3 different political appointments within 4 years under 2 different administrations couldn't have been a mere coincidence, but a recognition of ability to add value to governance.
He recommended to leaders across Africa that they must develop pragmatic succession plans nestled in continuity.
Building a successor generation. According to Simon Sinek, a leader's legacy is only as strong as the foundation they leave behind that allows others to continue to advance the organization in their names. It is often said that a predecessor without a worthy successor is a failure. This is because great visions and achievements that are not continued are like a rose flower left in a scorching sun to etiolate. Similarly, a successor that is not committed to the visions and ideals that catapult him to the position of leadership is like a rapist and a dissembler who took advantage of an innocent trust. As it is said, you cannot reinvent the wheel. You only need to expand the use of the wheel. As a people, we cannot continue to start afresh as we have no memory, as if we have no memory. So, as a leader implements his vision, he must have a succession plan that will sustain the vision. Similarly, to transform the vision of a leader to an enduring legacy, the leader must have a layer of passionate, capable, dedicated, and committed lieutenants who not only believe in the vision, but are committed to its continuation and improvement. This is how a legacy can be built.
Governor Oyebanji also noted that Afe Babalola University is a testament to continuity, ranking as the #1 university in Nigeria by the Times Higher Education Impact Rankings.
ABUAD, a university on the move. Today, there's hardly any doubt that it has achieved this within the last 16 years of this university's existence. And there are many evidence to justify this. Apart from the reputation of ABUAD as a university of choice for many diaspora Nigerians who want their children to acquire higher education in Nigeria, the university is noted for coming top in critical professional examinations, such as those of Nigerian Legal Education System, National Medical and Dentistry Council of Nigeria, Institute of Chartered Accountants of Nigeria, Council for the Registration of Engineers in Nigeria, amongst other notable professional organizations. Just recently, the university is ranked amongst 100 top global universities in the world, 3rd in Africa, and 1st in Nigeria by the Times Higher Education Impact, a position the university has consistently maintained since 2022 to date, and the Vice Chancellor alluded to that in our opening speech. The ABUAD Independent Power Project, a 50 billion power plant that produces about 5 megawatts, which has made the university energy sufficient, independent, and efficient, is another testimony to the forward-looking vision of the university. As a result, this has rubbed off on the enviable success of ABUAD Industrial Research Park, ABUAD Farms, the ABUAD Multi-System Medical Hospital, a hospital that has become a reference point in sub-Saharan Africa. The university, as through competent management, established a cluster of integrated systems which has brought about internal economies of scale, backward and forward integration, and cost optimization. The result is a university that is already self-sustaining, fast-growing, and leading in its core mandates. I therefore want to congratulate once again the founder, the university management, the staff, and students of this amazing institution on this remarkable achievement already made, the goodwill and incredible potential of the university in the future to come. The university is clearly on the move to be the best at all times, as it has not only challenged older generation university, it has overtaken many of them in performance assessments.
The governor paid glowing tribute to Afe Babalola, describing him as one of the most iconic African achievers of the modern era.
Afe Emmanuel Babalola, a man whom God is truly with, a highly respected Ekiti patriarch, a very distinguished Ekiti elder statesman, an archbishop in the legal temple, a towering national and international figure, a devout church patron, and one of the most iconic African achievers of modern era. The life of Are is an eloquent testimony to the sheer power of human spirit and the determination to overcome adversity under the most inclement backgrounds. Here is a man who rose from the ashes of obscurity and stamped his presence in the consciousness of the world as the legendary legal luminary of all times. Through the dint of hard work and integrity, he has become the most significant legal personality brand in Nigeria today. Afe Babalola is a school for study, a course to undertake, a laureate to earn. Starting out as a son of a peasant farmer who, through divine arrangement, had the opportunity of attending the Emmanuel Primary School at Ekiti, the only formal education he had, and without any secondary education, self-tutored himself to obtain a GCE and then enrolled for a degree in economics at the University of London through a correspondence program. There's no doubt that Baba is phenomenal. The real intrigue to his visionary personality, however, is that despite having to self-sponsor and fend for himself, one will expect him to have been satisfied with a degree in economics, which was a gold mine in his days. But that was not for the visionary Afe. He only used the economics degree as a stepping stone to his bigger dreams of becoming a self-employed lawyer. Through hard work, about honesty, undeniable exceptionality, demonstrated competence, and untainted integrity, he emerged as one of the most decorated legal juggernauts in the history of the Nigerian bar.
We are giving this award, and we want to present it to in the presentation.
Well, I'm shocked. I actually don't know what to say other than to express my sincere gratitude to Daddy and Mommy and the management of this institution for this great award that is being presented to me today. And I can assure you, Daddy, I'm going to put this in a very conspicuous place in my office, and I will treasure it for the rest of my life. Thank you so much.
Nothing brings out the best in a man than operating where he is best fitted or when he is called upon to share an experience, his experience. Congratulations to our dear Governor for that invaluable recommendation to leaders and contribution to leadership. And talking about successor generation, perhaps the Ekiti youths are already keen into the spirit of excellence that births future leadership. One of them came visiting the governor in his office recently after securing a continental victory. Please watch this.
But continuity in governance isn't just about concrete and asphalt. It is also about human capital development. Governor Oyebanji has prioritized education as the central pillar of the state development plan. The proof of this policy is in the pudding. Meet Miss Adeolu Oluwadamilola. This brilliant Ekiti star recently conquered the continent, emerging as the African Spelling Bee champion. She didn't just win a trophy, she put Ekiti on the global map, recognizing that excellence must be rewarded to be sustained. Governor Oyebanji gifted her a coach, a school, St. Lawrence Metropolitan College, a total of 8 million naira. Furthermore, the governor pledged to sponsor the champion to the World Championship in China.
That Lola has once again demonstrated what the people are known for. Grit, hard work, honor, and excellence. And we are so proud. I'm so proud of you. And as a government in the last 1.5 years, we have done everything possible to position the education sector in the state, from the primary, secondary, and to the tertiary education system. So that we still need to do a lot with respect to curriculum development. So we have to tackle training and training of teachers. We need to change their mindsets, and also must ensure that we give them the best, so that they can also give us the best, And so on that basis, when the proprietor said that the school has been waiting for the past 8 years, that would have been an accident. That's a product of a deliberate, preparation. So the state will sponsor you to go to China. And I don't know how many people go with you, but we sponsor you, we sponsor your mom to go with you, we sponsor your coach. Then we sponsor, that means we sponsor the mom, we sponsor the coach, and 2 people from the school. So just connect with this opportunity to let me know how to do that. And as a token of appreciation, that means the state government will and I just told the commissioner here now. So they are going to do this one just for Dami. For Dami, we give you 2 million naira. We give the coach 1 million naira. And for St. Lawrence School, we give the school 5 million naira. So just to show our appreciation.
and I wish you the best. God bless you.
I'd like to say a very big thank you to His Excellency for his support and his words of encouragement. His support serves as a word of encouragement for us to keep going and to keep winning for Ekiti State, and to other spellers and to other students in Ekiti State. This is to say that there is no place, there is no podium, there is no stage that Ekiti cannot stand and win.
This gesture sends a clear signal. In the new Ekiti, hard work and discipline lead to greatness. From the Transition Act of 2019 to the Ekiti State Development Plan 2020 to 2050, to the completion of the many landmark projects that dot the Ekiti landscape and delivering measurable dividends of democracy to Ekiti, Governor Biodun Oyebanji has proven that when you build on the foundation of others, you build a skyscraper faster. This is the Ekiti template and a tested recommendation to the world. Continuity in its most sublime experience.
Congratulations, Oluwadamilola. Keep the flag flying. That's our program this week. You can watch this episode and previous editions on our various social media platforms showing on your screen. Thanks for watching. Let's make it a date next week. Till then, keep doing what you know how to do best. Your finest hour will come. Goodbye.
ìpínlẹ̀ Èkìtì wojire ilẹ̀ yìí ilẹ̀ yá lèkìtì ṣe oyè báyìí mọ̀ dúpọ̀ yìí gbìyànjú sílẹ̀ kámúbàrún olèkìtì ayélujára jùyà.